I'm Doug Reeves with frequently asked questions from San Bernardino educators about effective grading practices. This question comes not only from teachers, but I'll bet if you put your parent hat on, it comes from parents as well, and that is, how do we motivate students to actually do the work? A lot of them are oppositional, they're defiant, they just don't want to do it. It's not a family issue, they just don't want to do the work. So there's a fair amount of research on this point, and I'm not saying any of this is perfect. You and I have both dealt with oppositional and defiant teenagers. But there are some consistent things that we can do better. And one of the things we can do is to avoid the pervasive boredom that happens in class, where students are either doing things they already know how to do, so they know it's just a drill, or they're attempting things that they don't know how to do, so they're just reinforcing every stereotype they had. I'm just a bad writer. I'm just not a good reader. I'm just no good at math. When they struggle with things that they don't know how to do, that's not productive struggle. But here are things that really work. Number one, feedback. Students thrive on feedback. If you don't believe me, watch that kid who a minute ago we said was oppositional and defiant. Watch that student play a video game. And they get feedback that is absolutely clear, absolutely consistent. They die at the end of these games, and they come back for more because the feedback lets them know how to get to the next level. What are the traps to avoid? How do they get bonuses, and how do they get better? So feedback that is immediate, specific, like video game feedback, is one huge motivator. Choice is another motivator, but choice within boundaries. I don't agree with those people who say let them choose whatever they want to do. So we can certainly choose among different writing prompts, but you still got it right. You can choose among different pieces of literature to read, but you still have to read. So choice within a framework is a motivator. And then third is competence. I know this sounds circular, but in an interesting study of adolescent readers, for example, they won't read or do any other skill when they feel stupid, when they feel incompetent. And that is exactly what happens when we have failed to differentiate the lesson of that day to the skills of that student. So we've got to have them feel competent just like they are when they're playing a sport, playing a video game, playing a musical instrument. They get feedback, improve it, get feedback, improve it, get feedback, improve it. That's the cycle that we have to have. And when the feedback is immediate and incremental, just like in a video game, then they can be motivated to feel competent. When they have an element of choice, not completely free choice, but an element of choice, then they can be more motivated. And of course, when they have feedback that they can actually use. And that means feedback that they can articulate, here's what I need to do to get to the next level. That's the acid test question that I ask every student. And when they can tell me that, here's what I need to do to get to the next level, I know they're engaged, I know they're focused, I know they're motivated. Thanks for listening.